everyone, we're here at Code Europe in Poland. I'm here with Francesco almost after 2 years of collaborating online. It has been an amazing conference. I loved it. I was a speaker. Francesco, I think you had your talk today and yesterday as well. And yeah, it was a great experience. Highly recommend, checking out Code Europe. I had a lot of fun. And yeah, the city is also nice. So, Francesco, first of all, thanks for joining. And I want to learn more about your experiences. So, we have so many viewers who are just getting started out in tech. Can you maybe share your experience, like how you got involved? Because you were telling me that you were a sports coach.
Yeah.
So, how did you get into tech from being a sports background?
Yes, so, but from any background. So, when I switched to tech, I thought it was one of the few people. I switched career when I was like 32, 33. And I thought it was one of the few people who was like, now I'm a developer. Instead, I saw that like 90%, 95% of the people are career switchers. They are not being developers before. I interviewed on my YouTube channel an opera singer, makeup artist. Really, people did all different jobs before joining tech, but this is the proof that everybody has a chance to step into tech. You just have to dedicate some part of your time to that, and then you can try to make the jump,
Nice.
the switch. But this is something that you can do. I think the important part is to be regular. So don't just do this for 2 days, 3 days, for 12 hours. This is very hard that it's going to have an output. But if you code like 30 minutes per day, I think this will have an effect. Maybe not in weeks, not in years, maybe in months. And of course, it also depends on opportunities, luck, how much time you have to dedicate it. But we all should have a chance to
Nice.
step into tech.
So, what would you recommend to someone? Like, how do they get started if they're transitioning into tech from a different career?
Yes. So I would recommend. So first of all, don't feel overwhelmed, because tech development is like medicine. You can't be an expert in all the fields. Technically, you will not have the time. Maybe it's even worse, because in medicine there are many things that you can do. In tech, all the frameworks are constantly evolving. You have no chance. Maybe you have a chance to follow one topic, Docker or React, maybe. So first thing, don't be overwhelmed. The second one is tutorials are good. I make tutorials. Kunal makes great tutorials, but watching tutorials will not make you a developer. I really admire people who create tutorials, but you need to get your hands dirty and you have to show your work. Don't hide your projects because you think they are useless, because you can show the process of your evolution. So I highly recommend to put out your work as soon as possible, and best of luck to everyone.
Nice. And I know you're really active in the blockchain space. So can you maybe tell us a little bit more about what is the difference between, the new whole Web3 and traditional web development?
Yeah.
And before you answer that, if you want to get started with, Web3, you can go to the GitHub repository of We Make Devs called Roadmaps. And Francesco, he helped us curate the Web3 roadmap. So all the links and resources can be found over there, apart from just Web3, other fields as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So first of all, we don't have to stop doing everything else because we want to learn blockchain technologies. Blockchain is a technology. It's like talking about cloud or databases. It's a technology. Now, this can be useful in some fields, but it's kind of new, we'll say. And it's not kind of easy to get started. This is what I just made a presentation on how to learn Web3, because I think that understanding the process is very important. So main difference is that the web, how we know it today, it's good, but it can be improved in some ways for some use cases. For example, for social media, or for everything that involves, for example, security, transparency, and especially decentralization. So it's something that can be used, and I think that in the future it will be great to have also as part of our technology some blockchain technologies. So I highly recommend to get started just with one blockchain. I'm not here to talk about crypto, finance. I'm just here to talk about educational part and get started with some few resources and the same tips as I said before. Get some practice, write some smart contracts. I have some serious videos. I'll keep creating content out of that. So best of luck to everyone. I think it's a very interesting field, especially if you want to create some content out of it, because there is something new every day. Sometimes there are good news, sometimes there are bad news, but you always have something to talk about. And this is also great if you also want to create content. Best of luck, everyone. Thank
Amazing.
you so much, Ronald.
Thank you so much. And my last question to you is that any career advice you'd like to give people, maybe related to learning in public or open source, or just your experience, like from your heart, anything you want to share to the people?
Yeah, so I choose learning in public because I did both of them. I learned in private, Docker, for example, and now I'm learning in public Web3, just to give an example. So the difference is in the time that you have to spend. If you learn in private, you can absolutely do great things. I got a job as a full stack developer for the European Space Agency without Twitter, without social media, without publishing anything. But it will require much more effort. You can get stuck for weeks on a bug. Instead, if you do everything public, you need to be a bit shameless, but you'll save time, which is our most precious asset. So the moment you stop caring, it's like going to a gym. Like if you stop caring and you just exercise, okay, at the beginning you will look a bit funny, but after 1 month you will make a huge improvement. And also, by doing things in public, if you do something wrong, you get corrected immediately. If you do something in private, you might do the same error, the same mistake for years without understanding why. So you need the feedback. You need the feedback of the people. Don't be scared, because saving time is the best. It should be our goal in life. So I really highly recommend to do things as much in public as possible. Best of luck.
Amazing. Well, thanks for sharing, Francesco. Really great having you. Make sure to check out Francesco's YouTube channel. I'll link it in the title and the description and everywhere. And the Twitters and everything I will link in the description. Make sure you give it a follow and check out his previous work. Amazing stuff he does for free for the community. Everything is on YouTube. So yeah, have fun and see you in the next one. Bye.